Moments away now from the puck drop as the Minnesota Golden Gophers team is led by head coach Doug Malman. They come in with a record of 2-2. They took a couple of wins off that first weekend at Davenport and then dropped both games to Lake Superior State. Again, led by head coach Doug Malnick. Meanwhile, for this Wisconsin Badger squad, they are led by a player last year as a grad player, Lauren Winsenson. Lauren Winsenson is out of Wausau, Wisconsin, played her college for previous 4 years at Stephen Point. And so we get that set underneath. In goal will be Nicole James for the Golden Gophers. James comes in with a record of 1-0 and a goals against of 1.0. Other starters include Kylie Ross, Lily Rolfe at center, and then it'll be Laramie Prell at the right wing. Defense has Sierra Moore and Inga Olerking as the defense. Meanwhile, for Wisconsin, they'll get things going between the pipes with Zoe Cole, who returns from last year's squad. On the centering that top line is Bryn O'Neill, Allie Mortensen at the left wing, and Kelsey Lammy at right, followed by Ari at the left defense and Nicole McKinney at the right defense. And the red moving right to left, trying to move in. A good look here. Rister trying to go 5-hole save is made. That time nicely by the Gophers. And Nicole James, a quick chance evolved there for the Badgers right off of the face-off, top of the circle. It's sent to the corner. Giving chase for that puck hunt now, the Gophers. This the first game of the season for the Badgers, and we welcome you again to Mariucci Arena on the campus of the University of Minnesota. There's a shot just inside the blue line and secured and saved there by Nicole James. Davenport University off the face-off near the dot, up to the near line. A wrister hits traffic, doesn't make it through. The Gophers here try to clear. And brought back through by Wisconsin. Up to center ice. They got a cutter, couldn't quite hit it. Boy, it was an open opportunity, but now controlling the puck, trying to center. Player that was open was Eloise Molesky. Molesky that time had a good look, did Eloise, if they could have hit her as she cut from the high slot. Behind the play now, the Gophers will try to get a clean breakout, disrupted at half wall. Now ends up on the stick of the Badgers. The Badgers doing some early buzzing. Loose puck picked up, top of the circle. Scott and a save, could not find the puck there, looking for it. But finally, a teammate comes over to help out Nicole James after she makes that initial save. Working back, digging it out, half wall, pushes it to the corner. Moving it to a spot here. The Gophers trying to apply some pressure here. Jillian there with that opportunity momentarily for the Gophers across the logo. Trying to gather that puck. Was Tia. In 2-on-1, numbers evolving now for the Badgers. Quick wrister. Save is made. Good job sent aside. In by James. She's being peppered early after that initial shot by Sophie Wild. Now a chance. The Gophers trying to reciprocate the pressure, and a good wrister, glove saved. And secured there by Zoe Cole after the shot. Taken by Lily Rolfe, part of that first line for the Gophers. Leading scorer this far in terms of points goes away between Hollenbach, number 7, and Rolfe, who just took that last shot. Both of those players tied. 5 backhanded shots, save, good job in the right spot, squared up. There you can tell some of that experience from Zoe Cole, but an excellent pass just outside the blue in the low slot. A slap shot there And a nice save, smothering the save, face-off just to the left of Cole. Into Wisconsin. And the moves now to that far corner, trying to pinch in. No, the Wisconsin Badgers will chip it out. Kicking it down below. Trying to gather control. That's Allie Mortensen. Out of the corner, Mortensen doing some battle there with Scanlon for the Gophers. Scanlon comes away with the puck, punches it towards that far corner, and Ross will try to work it out. Back at center ice, surveying and assessing, now skating in, getting a look, wrister glove save, oh, flashing the leather. Hashtag FTL. Nicole James with a beautiful glove save, but a great move, great maneuvering with that puck by Nicole McKenzie. Cole McKenzie with a good look that time for the Badgers. Holding the zone, far point, big blast this time, misses the net, pinching in near side, holding it again. McKenzie there, trying to settle a bouncing puck. It's back in the Wisconsin defensive side. Good poke check by the Gophers, trying to get something going. And now working it back up again is Nicole. McKenzie here, drops a teammate. Good wrister, save is made. Wrister taken by the Badgers. In front, penalty coming up. This will be a trip. We'll get a look at the power play here for the Badgers, but doing some excellent stick work is Kat Buckley. Still with it. Goalie has been pulled, extra attacker on, and now we get the whistle. So 15-14 to go in this opening period, and the Badgers will get a chance for their first power play of the season. A trip penalty. Issued to the Gophers, and number 11 on that penalty is Brooke Jarman. Off the faceoff, trying to forge their way ahead on this PK now for the Gophers, but getting control, center ice. Reversing at the half wall. Now looking to go deep, zigzagging it, dropping it there for the teammate, and finally they can set up their power play, the Badgers. Sent down low to the corner, that's Tia. Trying to get it up, racing in, fanning, and finally able to clear and send it length to the ice. Cross ice again. Trying to set up. And they have it set. Now a big blast coming through, and another wonderful glove save. Seeing it all the way and securing it was Nicole James. You get a look here, so in the shot. Ari getting that look as they move it up now and hold the zone. Good pressure. Shot just above the dot. Taken there by Wisconsin. Initially by Bush. Back for Wisconsin now. Still 40 seconds left. They'll retreat and retrieve the puck from behind their own net. Refuel. And here they come up the far wall. Reversing, setting it up is Larson. Now dropping it behind the net, looking for an opportunity here up in front, and now at the far near point. Gathering it in. Passing it down with just 15 seconds left on the power play. They're working the perimeter. Haven't been able to get in tight like they did early on this power play. The Badgers now going to cut in. Shot near the dot. Nope, just below the dot to score. A snipe. Off the stick of Eloise Molesky. Molesky picks up goal number 1 on the season. There were still 3 seconds left on that power play, so it will be a power play goal for Wisconsin, and they take an early 1-0 lead here. 13-17 left in this first period. It looked like they were going to be able to kill the penalty. That was the Gophers, but at the last minute, burst of speed, and Eloise buried that one. Shots on goal, I don't have it listed right up here, but right now I have an account of about 7-2 for shots on goal. A carry in this time. You can see on that replay. Controlling now the Gophers, turn, fire. That was Jarman in deep, ends up with a nice save on that in by Cole. Through neutral ice. And now bringing it up is Hollenbach. Hollenbach dumps it deep. They'll give chase, pinching far side, trying to keep the puck in the zone. The Gophers and Raleigh-Murph. Cross, miscue on that one. And takes it back down deep here on the breakout. An errant pass picked up at the logo once again by Wisconsin. Stopping, converting, moving it along. And now the carry in. Getting in deep again. That shot hit the defense. Good play that time by Olerking. Defensively. Offside, whistled clearly offside here on Wisconsin. 11:49 to go. And welcome to Friday Night Ice, the Mariucci Arena. I'm Joe Rulin. John working the camera and the broadcast engineer for tonight's game. Glad to bring it to you in women's ACHA. The Gophers at 2-2 thus far on the season. And Wisconsin, this is their inaugural game. Literally dropped the puck on their season here just moments ago and have a 1-0 lead on the power play goal. Sealing it back, eluding the check and now moving it up, or contact anyway. Across the blue line and dumping that in is Ross, Kylie Ross. Ross gathers it, a blind backhand, usually somebody there, but it finds its way to the top of the circle. And that was Sierra Moore who tried to push it down low. Now ringing it behind the board, giving it chase is Prell. Sends it back to the far corner. Ross again tries to hustle back out to center ice. The Gophers send it right back in, and here come the Badgers, who now quickly pick it up on the transition. Trying to carry in. Nicely poke checked off the stick of the Badgers and Evans that time as she tried to carry it in. Icing. The whistle here on the Gophers. They're going to take it all the way back into the Wisconsin offensive end of the ice for this face-off. Face-off comes Cairns back off to the corner, and Scanlon is there. Works the board. Now the carry. Hallie Hollenbeck takes it coast to coast, puts a shot on. It's a loose puck inside, Fleury inside, floating, trying to get to that puck and cover it up, and the whistle will come. Near the midway mark of this first period, 10:09 to play. A flurry and an opportunity there for the Gophers, unable to cash it in, as you could see the puck in the blue just for a moment. Off the face-off, it kind of caroms, and the momentum takes it right back to the side there where Zoe Cole makes that save. Face-off again. controlled by the Gophers. That was Altman who sent it behind the net again off the faceoff. Pickpocketed there nicely by Jillian. At half wall, proceeding to move it up ice here, Wisconsin, but now without some resistance by the Gophers. Tape-to-tape pass from behind the blue line, just in front of the blue line. Carrion in this opportunity. Now Wisconsin. They move around, losing an edge was the Wisconsin skater, and they backhanded, tried to set it up at that near point, but no one home in time to hold the zone. Brought back in by Wisconsin. Quickly back to circumvent that is Prell. Laramie Prell. Trying to break out, but pressure. Deflection on now to the stick of Ross. Ross with some burst speed carries it in. Moved off of her stick nicely that time by Buddington. Settling the puck inside the blue line. Good keep that time by the Gophers. But now Wisconsin sends it cross rink. Shot there taken, easy stick save after that shot. Taken by Elling. Quick change, they're gonna try to catch the Gophers on a change here. Wisconsin trying to jump the pass, and that is successful. Jaren had it momentarily. Brooke tried to reacquaint herself with that puck in the high slot. Now she's there. Hook Jarman at the far point, held in. Backhand, trying to go stick side, low side between the pad and the post, and the save had to be made there by Zoe Cole. Wisconsin tries to answer with some pressure, coming back on the nice help on that play by Hallie Hollenbeck. At that point, Hollenbeck tried to move it up the ice and accidentally made the deposit into the seats just over the glass. 7:45. That's what's remaining here in this opening period. A 1-0 lead on a power play goal by the Badgers. Just inside center ice, sent deep and sent on goal, forcing Nicole James to make the save. Face-off controlled, now a chance to move it up along the near boards, but it rolls there to the stick of the Badgers. Badgers punch it in from behind the blue line. Post up again. Unable to hold. And they'll send it deep. In the corner there, Evans works it up, 2-on-1 numbers, makes that waffle pad save again, does Nicole James. And then traffic coming in, looking for some loose change. None to be had as they try to crash that net. Glad you could be with us. Any comments, any feedback, please. Always great to have that. We bring you this contest. The Wisconsin Badgers up 1-0 here in this first period. Trying to send it up ahead. Hollenbach at the blue line. Puck exchanged. Now back on the stick of the Gophers, and this time Kate Hill. Kate Hill flicks it into the corner. Holding the zone, now near side. Unleashing a shot from this far point for the Gophers. Deflected. Right back in. Scanlon with that initial shot. coming in all alone on a line change. Very little support. It goes to the corner. Sierra Moore pickpockets that puck from the Badger player. And the Gophers try to come out clean. They whack a backhand. This is going to be in. No. The ice was wiped off at the last minute. 5.5 minutes to play. Let's see if the Gophers can put some pressure on. They do. They bracketed the defender behind the net, then got the loose puck. Put a backhand in. Save had to be made by Cole. Back the other way in the slot. A shot. A wrister goes over the top on that rising wrister. And now picking up that loose puck, sending it length to the ice. They wave off the ice. Now a long pass, a little stretch pass opportunity here. Brought it up to center ice. Bush with the backhand puts it on the stick there of the Gophers. And that's where Oler King will take it behind the net. Unable to clear, holding for a momentary shot. But a great job of deflecting was Zoe Cole, forced to come up with that save. As you can see here on the replay, 4:23 left in this opening period. ACHA women's hockey from the campus of the University of Minnesota, Mariucci Arena. Sending this deep. Get a look here for Gophers if they can try to send it deep. They cannot. It's held at the near point. Now applying some pressure is Furr. Wisconsin sends it from one corner over to the other and pinching in on defensive surge that time was Sam Beck. Pardon me, not Sam Beck, but Nicole McKinney. Stop at your play here. Going, dropping the puck quickly on this faceoff. Wisconsin has some numbers quickly here. 3-on-2. Opportunity had evolved there, but Wisconsin went a little wide on the backhand, disrupted by the Gophers, but still, they get the puck back. Battling there is O'Neill. Gophers try to perch it off the glass. Gophers working hard to come out of their own end. There's pass, put on the skate, brought it back now to the stick. Good job there by Laramie Prell. Prell on the season, a power play goal. She also has 2 goals and 2 assists. That's Laramie Prell. 2.5 left opening period. Looking up to send it. Good shot that time. When you lift up that head, as the Wisconsin defender did on that place to try to hit a teammate, she stick went over the top and set up a nice scoring shot that time, or at least an attempt by the Gophers after the save made by Cole. Gophers get there first. Oler King hits the Jets, gets behind the cage, gets some separation, a pass on the breakout. We'll move here. Kate Hill coming in. Kate Hill looks to center. She did center. No one was coming in to crash the net that time. It was all with Wisconsin. But a nice poke check here to get the puck back. Looking, shot just below the dot that time, taken by the Gophers. Just off the mark on that attempt. Continuing the pressure. Holding the zone. Near side here, Scanlon sends it across. One-timer at the top of the circle. Didn't quite make it to the net. Had some good velo. Struck and squared up well on that by Sloan Tia, but a lot of traffic in that circle to stop it and redirect it. Tie up here at the blue line. Carrion looking for an opportunity. Poke checked away. Regathering, trailing on the play was Buckley. Buckley now has it. Shot from the dot, just the side of the dot, and the save made once again there by Nicole James. Whisked behind to the corner. Trying to get there free first was Tia. Then support comes behind by the Gophers. 50 seconds left in this first period. Back at center ice, controlled by Wisconsin. Poke check back, forcing Wisconsin to head back and get coverage. And their own end. Sent deep. That's going to allow some changes there for Wisconsin as Minnie Ferg goes in at the half wall to try to dig it out. Pinching in near side, holding. Shot from the top of the circle. That runs out of momentum, and it's picked up by the Gophers. They counter it back the other way. That's by Rolfe. Rolfe tied up at the blue line. Now 13 seconds left in this first period. Continue to tie up, taking it back into their own end. Now Wisconsin. 5 seconds left as they cross center ice. Still with it. Poke check by the Gophers, picking up the loose change. On the doorstep, and that puck almost got behind Nicole James, but just wide. So Wisconsin in this first period certainly had more shots on goal. I don't have the specifics. I'll check on that than the Gophers. But Wisconsin, more importantly, has the 1-0 lead. That was on the power play goal. As they will resume here in just a moment. This, again, it's such a great night. It seems like about half of that roster for Wisconsin has returned, include Marley Davenport, Alyssa Mortensen, Kat Buckley, to name a few. Britt Hudson out of Arden Hills, Minnesota. Also, Ari Evans is from New Brighton, followed by Nicole McKinney out of Lakeville. Underway, set period number 2. The Gophers will be moving right to left. See if they can get something going in the low slot. A shot here on a backhand that goes wide left, all alone in front that time. Was Wisconsin's Kelsey Lammy. Unable to capitalize there, but we'll get a face-off here that'll take place just outside the Badger blue line. Between the pipes again, Zoe Cole for Wisconsin. And then Nicole James. Record of 1-0 on the season. Gets set here as well for the second period. Between the pipes for the Gophers. 19:32, just underway. Period 2, behind the net, winning that faceoff. Wisconsin, nice job of trapping by the Gophers and disrupt the pass. Now they'll take it right up to seam. Wisconsin skating in. Bothered there, good job, and a nice disruptive play there by the Gophers. It was Mitchell inside the blue line, holding the zone. This gets all the way through. Trying to get a tip on that puck was Lammy. But good focus that time by Nicole James, and she secures the puck for the faceoff. It'll come into Wisconsin offensive end just to the left of James. James, a sophomore, getting her second start of the season. Carry in now. Gophers trying to get it going. Good job of tying up the Gophers, trying to move in that time. To follow that puck was Rolfe. Working the far side, that's Ross. Ross puts it in front, some traffic there. Rolfe, good job of deflecting and disrupting the view by the goalie. Close chance there. Ross circles across the logo, and she's going to carry in. Kylie Ross puts it out front. Just a half a step behind Hollenbach as she was tangled up. Hollenbach tries to get it back. Deflection out in front. Back to help out was Molesky. Back in deep. Trying to work again, pine up some pressure right now in the corner. There for the Gophers. Again, Hollenbeck in chance with a chance and an opportunity there. Circling back, trying to reset. Losing an edge, Wisconsin. Sending it to the corner, Mackenzie Scanlon. Out front. Controlled by Wisconsin, and now they tip it and send it back up around center ice. This one was tipped, no icing whistle. Approaching 17 minutes left here in the second period. Tangle up half board now. Good job to block it. At that far point, they were trying to ring it along the board. That was Wisconsin. Now Minnesota controls. Directing it in, trying to take that deep is Altman. Altman pinned up against the glass, coming over to help support. A chance here, Wisconsin. Nice little glove save. Secured there by James. 16:37. On this Friday night ice, we had a chance to hear from Caitlin Lysing, a player last year for the Gophers. John, nice interview. And this year, she's one of the assistant coaches. Also heard from Sierra Moore as well during the intermission. We're looking half wall now. Gophers trying to get on the attack. They get to the half wall and ring it along the board. Pressure there, far point. Here's a shot, top of the circle, deflects, changes pace, and then smothering it on the pads. Is Cole, Zoe Cole. Gophers dial up some pressure. Sierra Moore initiated it. And we had a look. A quick cover up, but they're trying to get that buzz. Starting to heat up here are the Gophers. They come into the mark of 2-2. And again, for Wisconsin, this is their season opener. This one goes length of the ice. We'll draw a whistle for the ice and bring it all the way back into the Minnesota Golden Gopher offensive end for the face-off. Getting ready to take the draw will be Hollenbach. Across the way, it's O'Neill. Bryn O'Neill. That's the first line out there for Wisconsin. Controlled, cannot get a stick on to put the shot on. Minnesota back the other way, 3-on-2. The Badgers. Chipped across backhand, trying to get a saucer pass, it looked like, from the backhand. Tough to do. And that stopped midway on that pass by the Gophers, and now they wheel and deal to the side of the goal. Wisconsin says, give me that puck, I got to get it out of here. So here, they chase it down. Another look there for Bryn O'Neill. She kind of comes up, takes the shot right on the dot, hits traffic. Gophers have some numbers here if they can get something going, although one of their line mates peeled off and decided to hit that line change. Leading it for 11, Jarman. Head to the bench. Will get the face-off. Control. Off the half wall. A hard wrister. Missed the net. First to the puck, Wisconsin. Now they have a chance. One-on-one against the defender. Trailer coming. Drops it there. Cuts through on the doorstep. No, turned away. Good little give and go that time by Wisconsin. Buckley. Far point. Big blast on the doorstep, trying to get the tip. Well set up that time as Eloy's looking for her second goal. Half wall, deflects up, now sent back length to the ice. That'll bring on the ice. Good pressure by Wisconsin that time. They came in one-on-one, but then scurrying back to help out was Buckley. Drop pass there. They got a couple of good looks. but could not get that puck by James. Face-off will hold, secure it there by James. Get a look at the sophomore. Did a nice job here this evening. Shots on goal, I don't have a specific number, but it's got to be at least over 15 saves already for James. Had a little mojo going. Did the Gophers on that last rush. Disrupted at center ice by Wisconsin. They reclaimed possession of that puck. ACHA brings it in. Had it momentarily. Trying to hold the zone. Pickpocket now moving ahead. Here come the Gophers. Rister trying to cover up. No, swatted aside instead by Zoe Cole. Buzzing, circling, shot. This one she'll glove. Will Cole and secure it. Initially coming in with some pressure. The Gophers led on that rush by Lily Rolfe. I mentioned Lily Rolfe. 1 goal, 4 assists on the season. Hollenbach, 2 goals, 3 assists. Those two lead the team with 5 points. Kate Hill, meanwhile, 2 goals and 2 assists. As does Laramie Prell as well with 4 points. 13 and change left, second period. Off the glass. Moved down to the corner, now trying to control, pinching in Wisconsin to hold the zone. Tries to feed almost off the skate of Scanlon as it deflected. Now on the doorstep, point blank opportunity. Left out in front, and she put a swat on it. Did the Wisconsin center and Kelsey Lammy. James has been tested early and often. In that first period, and with 12:50 left here in the second. Shot blocked up top. Now here comes Minnesota. They get the numbers, a chance. Ruling in, shot from the dot, no pass. Beautiful goal. Tape to tape setup and sliding it in that corner sock drawer for the Gophers, and they have tied this up. Beautiful touch pass as Emilian Altman gets the pass. Here you see the replay. Beautifully connected that time, moving the goalie from one side of the crease to the other. A tick and attack, not a toe, but a tick and attack in a goal nonetheless. Maladziak will get the assist. Jillian Maladziak on that beautiful dime to Altman, and we're tied at 1-1 on that even strength goal. Wisconsin quickly trying to reciprocate the pressure, turning fire, little spin cycle move. Now in that slot, skating through again, trying to get repossession. Good job, Rook, a save and traffic all around. Buckley had it going with that stick and that stick work as well. Finally, the shot came from just inside the circle. James makes the save, the goal. Comes at about the 13-minute mark. Left here in this second period, an even strength goal. That was a beautiful goal. Maladziak that time just set it up, dangled, kept poised with that puck, and then cutting on that far side. She saw her line mate, Emilian Altman. She tallies the goal, tied right now at 1-1 for Altman, her first goal of the season. The first assist given to Jillian this year. Now a chance again, fire another opportunity. Oh, diffused by the defender, getting down to block the shot. Following up, though, a good chance. Now a rush of their own by Wisconsin. Both teams exchange the puck, cannot hold the zone, forcing the Badgers back to their own end. First to the puck will be Olerking. Olerking off the boards. A backhand on the breakwork that time by Jarman. Outward pass deflect. Now they're going to get it right to the blue line, waiting there. Touch up. Great job on that give and go blast. See, it got through. It looked like it was secured. On the shot by Kate Hill, I think it got below the glove, under the elbow, and it squirted out on that far side. Right now you're seeing the Gophers buzzing on the ice, tied 1-1. Poked away, now in the slot, a big point blank opportunity again. James in the right spot, squares up and makes a stick save. Gophers, they'll want to answer. Here they come. They'll dump it, give chase. Hollenbach tried to track it down at center ice. We are at the midway mark of this game. 10 minutes left in the second. A rising wrister off the mark that time by Wisconsin. Sitting back now to the corner, circling in the corner is O'Neill. O'Neill unleashes a shot in the high slot, and the save is made. Looked like she wanted to maybe get a little closer, but the defense was starting to close in. And O'Neill with this rising wrister, and it's gloved there by Nicole James, who's having an outstanding evening between the pipes here for Minnesota. As sealed off that time by the blue liner for the Gophers. On that far side, that was Inga Olerking. Brought back again, 11 here, trying to find it, Allie Mortensen. Mortensen out of Madison, Wisconsin. Ross will drop it to the corner. Far side to Olerking. Olerking on the breakout numbers, 2-on-1. Catching the Gophers on that line change. They send it, get across center ice, send it deep, and make wholesale offensive and defensive changes. You could tell those players were near the end of their shift. Poke check nicely, that time by Scanlon. Off the attacker that time for Wisconsin. Back out there, Kate Buckley for Wisconsin. That board tied up. Coming over to help out was Caitlin Bush for Wisconsin. Now, stick back here. Brought up. We're going to get a whistle on the offside. Oh, we're going to get a penalty for roughing. Penalty goes to Hallie Hollenbach. And that will give Wisconsin their second power play opportunity. In fact, Minnesota almost killed that penalty. There were 3 seconds left when the Badgers lit the lamp for that power play goal in the first on the power play. 2 power play goals this evening for Wisconsin. Quickly trying to counter. Walking along the side there was Tia. As Sloan was trying to jam that one quickly home to tie this up. Just under 7 to play, second period. Skating in, Tia. Sloan Tia. Half wall there. Over skates. And back will come the pressure of Wisconsin. McKinney had it there momentarily. She skated it in and then set it up. As Scanlon puts a backhand, rings it along the board. Pinching in. Trying to apply more pressure is Larson, Grace Larson. Good job to keep the zone. A wrister deflect in front. I think it was Bush who got a stick on that. Bush dials it up, finds the puck, and a hard shot. Absorbed and saved that time once again by Nicole James. Bush deflected that initial shot and went to the corner by her teammate, and then got the puck back and got a good quality look. South of 6 to play, second period. 5:55. Wisconsin, with their second power play goal of the game, has reclaimed the lead. Minnesota tied it up earlier here in this first period on the goal by Amelia Altman, her first of the season, and a beautiful dime by Jillian Maladziak. Half wall, chipped ahead, trying to get by. Looking at it, looks like an end of the shift here for that Minnesota line. Prell heads to the bench. Moving it up across the logo, center ice. A wrister sends off the glass, and that'll give Wisconsin a chance to try to get a quick change by Kat Buckley, who put that off the glass. More pressure by Bush, now picked up. Wrister trying to go far post, didn't miss it by much. Another snipe attempt by Bryn O'Neill. O'Neill surveys now. Gophers try to move it in. Sending it deep is Moore. Good interview with Herb, and that first intermission through the crease there. Couldn't get anyone to get a stick on it or in that area for the time being, but good idea. Kate Hill. Upset shot from that top of the circle. Gets to be a pad save. Circling it back again. Oler King wheels it back. A no-look backhand trying to hit a teammate. Maladziak that time, but none to be had. This one dumped length of the ice with 4:07 to go. We get an icing, and a face-off will come all the way back into the Badgers' end of the ice. So we have a 2-1 lead. Both teams have exchanged goals here in the second period. The even strength goal by Amelia Altman tied it up at 1-1. Moments later, the second power play goal of the evening for the Badgers. Through this line, got some speed, circling up, shot below the dot, hits traffic or a whistle. It missed it all the net. Brought in, continuing to try to hold. It goes to the corner. Now far point, skating in, eluding a check. Sets it up in the high slot to the teammate, trying to get a backhand pass set that way. It was Lammy and sent back. They'll wave off any icing here. Puck ran out of juice. Even if the goalie did not stop that puck. A burst, a good chance here for the Gophers. A wrister hits traffic. They get a chance to apply some pressure. Looked like Wisconsin was at the end of a line change or needing one, hoping they would get that ice. Under 3 to play, 2:50. This puck just misses the Gopher out in front, forcing Scanlon, Mackenzie Scanlon back to circle. With some jets, here comes Ross. Sends a backhand to the near corner. The Gophers are on the puck hunt. In front, looking near the dot, poke checked away, just getting ready to unleash a shot was Rolfe. Unable to hold the zone. Here's an opportunity now for Wisconsin. Skating in, Whistler off the mark, beautiful opportunity, unable to capitalize. Whistled back, another Whistler, pad save, trying to go low side, beautiful save. Wisconsin just applying the pressure here. 2 minutes left, this one fluttered on the deflection, and we'll get a face-off. That was some kind of pressure. All sorts of it, and there was a good wrister that time, kept low. Ella Schluck with that pressure for Wisconsin. Once again, you saw some nice saves coming from James as well. Far point, gonna wind up a blast here, but it's gonna hit traffic and not make it to the net. chance now for the Gophers. Jumping in, Kate Hill regains control of the puck. Sends it to the far point, rotating around, and they put it right on the stick of Wisconsin. And ahead, Bush is there, drop pass. A wrister, shave is made, good traffic, good job on the breakout. That was Bush combined along with Buckley on that rush up ice. Wisconsin trying to extend their 2-1 lead. This faceoff is going to bring a faceoff back just to the left of Zoe Cole. In goal tonight for the Wisconsin Badger team. Team looks pretty well, Wisconsin, considering this their first game of the season. Thanks for joining us on a Friday night at Mariucci. Golden Gophers about 100 yards from here, just underneath in the tunnel. A 2-on-1, save, rebound, shot, goal! They made that initial shot, and they kept it low, just as you like to, because they had another winger darting in on that far side, and that is going to go to number 5 on that rebound for the goal by Caitlin Bush. She precision-like accuracy with that follow-up shot to beat James, and James again. It was a 2-on-1. James took the player. The right decision, and she made a beautiful pad save. But the rebound came right on the stick to Bush, and now a 3-1 lead for Wisconsin. Off the face-off now, dumping it in, giving chase. Amelia Altman, she has the lone goal for Minnesota. That came earlier here in this second period to tie it up at 1-1. 30 seconds left for the second period. Skating through, across center ice. Still with the puck. Working it through behind the net. Trying to work it off of her stick. She goes to full 360. And then sends it to the defense of Wisconsin. Tied up on that side. Mortensen trying to get there. Minnesota has it. They try to hit the breakout. Hits the skate of a teammate and comes right back in. Finally at center ice, we are going to have the end of period number 2. And 3 goals scored combined between the two teams. Minnesota tied it on the goal by Amelia Altman. The assist by Jillian Maladziak. Maladziak that time with the assist. Beautiful pass. We're tied 1-1. That came late in that first period, or in that second period. And then the next 2 goals, one a power play goal for Wisconsin, dialed up by Ari Evans with a blast, and then the latest goal was by Caitlin Bush with about 2.5 minutes left in this third period. We are set for period number 3. Wisconsin with a 2-goal lead, tallying both an even strength goal and then a power play goal. The power play goal came the way of Ari Evans. She just outright squared up on that puck and lasered it top shelf just inside the blue line. Again on that power play. That's the second power play goal for Wisconsin here tonight. Meanwhile, there was a goal earlier by Amelia Altman. Tape-to-tape pass from Jillian Maladziak. And they timed up there for the tying goal. That came earlier in that second period. And then there was a even strength goal by Wisconsin with about 2.5 minutes left in that second period. The goal came by Bush and the assist also by Eloise on that. So underway here, third period. We talked about shots on goal. Right now, Wisconsin 25 shots on goal and 22 saves made. Doing a great job in goal for the Gophers here tonight. Certainly has been Nicole James. For the Gophers, they had 16 shots on goal. All but one of those were saved by Zoe Cole. Moving right to left as we begin this third period. Wisconsin trying to keep the puck in the Gophers' end. Right after the game, you'll also be joined by an on-ice interview by the Gophers head coach, Doug Melnick. Don't miss that. We'll jump down and grab that center ice. Through the neutral zone, Wisconsin again dialing it up, trying to create some more scoring. It a bit and then fires one off. Loose puck. It lost it momentarily was Nicole. And James, an outstanding job, really, with all the pucks she has seen. Some real quality saves. Cross rink, dot to dot. Looking, dialing it up. Wisconsin, they go through the blue, unable to capitalize. Good scoring opportunity there. Back up front. This shot just off the dot. Deflected off the skate that time of Minnesota. Minnesota on the outlet pass ends up right on the stick. Time of McKinney. And now the Gophers try to dial up some pressure. A bouncing puck, top of the faceoff circle. Behind now, in that top life of Ross. A deflection right there, almost a chance for Prell. Moving in, backhand. Kicked aside, the shot by Ross. Ross with it in the corner. Prell wants to turn fire. Now he'll turn and put a stick right there and a pass to her teammate in Ross. Ross is hooked down. We're going to get a penalty. And I believe this is the first power play opportunity for Minnesota here on Wisconsin. This will give Minnesota a chance to cut that deficit in half. And that penalty has been issued to number 9, Ari Evans. 3 power play goals, I believe. That's what I tabulated this year already for the Gophers. Unable to hold the zone, and they'll reset. Prell has a power play goal, as does Moran. It's a couple of them there, so we're set. Now bringing it in behind the net, setting it up. That's Hollenbach. At that tip of the umbrella formation on the power play here for the Gophers. Deflects to the corner. Controlled shot, blast here, just inside the blue line, just off the mark. Unable to get a stick on it, but they did chase it down in the corner. Hill with it, centers it on the doorstep. Here's the chance, stuffing it, puffing it, another shot, over the top, whistle blows. 16:49 to go. And the Gophers trying to pepper as many shots as they can, trying to get it by with a skater advantage here. Past Zoe Cole. Gophers win the draw. Right on the shot, inside, that's pickpocketed before it ever gets down low for the Gophers. And in front of the goal, sent back length of the ice. Good play by the Badgers. 16 and a half left, third period. More importantly, 45 seconds left on the skater advantage right now for Minnesota. Sent length of the ice, sent deep. Wisconsin getting to that puck first. Here's a shorty attempt. James had left it, but coming in with some speed and a chance there for Wisconsin. She got it back off and cleared it, was deflected, taking some valuable time. That was Kat Buckley. Some good individual hustle. That took some time off the penalty kill there for Wisconsin. 10 seconds left, skating in, a look here. It floats, rolls off the stick, and it goes through the blue. Near chance there. Back at full strength, successful penalty kill for Wisconsin. Cleared through neutral ice. This one is going to be whistled for the ice. 15 and a half left, third period. 3-1 lead for Wisconsin. They had a 1-0 lead at the end of that first period. After a power play goal. And then they took a 3-1 lead into the locker room after the second intermission. To the corner as they control, trying to get it rolling here, trying to keep it down low. It deflects and sent back length again for another ice. A couple of the players trying to run it down there and on that skate. So face-off will come all the way back into the Minnesota offensive end. We'll move it to the near side. Jillian ready to take the draw, and they win. Good job, good possession. Trying to move it back out in front. The rolling puck is then cleared once again on the backhand through, and it's another race to the puck ensued here. Getting it first will be Allie Mortensen. She's tied up. Good job to get there and tie it up as well. And by the Gophers. Cairns off. We go back to the corner here and trying to work its way back up. Taking it to the net. Move back out. Now just outside the blue line. A carry-in for Wisconsin. Continuing to carry in. Poke checked off. We'll get a whistle. As a stick goes loose and we're going to get a hook. So number 16, Celia Mitchell. She's got a game-winning goal on the season. Also 2 goals and an assist, 3 points total, but she will be issued the penalty on the hook. Wisconsin 2 for 2 on the skater advantage. As far coming over to help out. Find that Buckley. Moving it down half wall. Now the far point. Sending it down. Good puck movement right now for Wisconsin. Good job to close up on a good scoring gap that time. Davin, as I looked right there momentarily anyway, it was Lily Rolfe. Penalty kill unit still with 1:15 left to kill for Minnesota. Pass out in front, but aggressive on the attack, offside. In off by maybe a couple of strides was Kat Buckley for Wisconsin. 1:08 left on the power play for Wisconsin. They scored the first power play goal with 3 seconds left on the skater advantage. That was in the first. Circle now off the boards, retain possession. Backhand, good keep. That time by Wisconsin. They move to the middle after a pass. It deflects off the skate. Loose puck, still there. Poking, prodding, and we get a face-off with 12:39 to play in this third period and 7 seconds left with the skater advantage for Wisconsin. This face-off will be the key as O'Neill will take the draw against Rolfe. Won by Wisconsin, a big post, hits the post. Lining up a laser. One more time was Ari Evans. And hit the post again, another blast. This time, narrowly missed her second goal from that blue line on a slap shot. Back at full strength, Minnesota. Ross moves it up ahead for Rolfe. Rolfe manages to bring the puck in. Here's a chance. Number shot low. Save is made. Kicked aside nicely by Zoe Cole. Under 12 to play in this third period. Charging in, sending it deep. Good job that time by the Gophers and Tia. Gophers trying to scramble here to get that puck loose. Ross has it. Ross puts the shot, pad save. Kicked aside by Cole. Wisconsin has it, and they try to move it up ice. Disrupted there by Minnesota, chasing it, trying to hunt down that puck behind. Hollenbach. Bring it to the far side. Now the numbers for Wisconsin. 2-on-1 opportunity. Sends it across, tape to tape. Rister just missed the mark that time. Beautiful setup. Mortensen just missed that opportunity. Good job of squaring it up and getting big as that shot was ready to be taken. In goal by Nicole James. Wisconsin continuing to pressure. They're cycling in the corner. Now come away with the puck. It floats back up, now onto the stick. Rister, glove save, beauty. A hard wrister that time. Found it back. It was Grace Larson who got an assist on the first power play goal. Fires off. A rising wrister that time. Needed was that glove save and made by Nicole James. Wisconsin with about 30 shots on goal already here tonight. Gophers trying to hunt down that puck and get some mojo going. That's a shot initially, and they crash the net to the Gophers, trying to guide that puck into the goal. Deflect right on the doorstep here. Good hustle, good extra effort. Ross and Rolfe. Rolfe comes out from in front of the goal to get behind the net to continue to control that puck. This one off the board, having to come off. You see Ross, she is probably winded after that long shift. Back at center ice, bringing it in and leading it was Scanlon. Up ahead to the slot, poked off the stick of Hollenbach. Gophers on a buzz right now, applying a lot of pressure. Wisconsin drops it in, and they'll did that when they were behind center ice. And so we are now beyond the midway mark of this third period. 9:35 left. Thanks for joining us on a Friday night at Mariucci Arena. This is ACHA Women's Hockey. Glad to bring it with you. Joe Rulin on the call, along with John Everson, the production engineer for this wonderful broadcast. Also, a chance to see all of these replays. Tremendous looks. Swatting it to the corner there, hoping that was enough to clear it up the board. Was not. Wisconsin continues to pressure. And have it down low, try to get it back. Buckley had it momentarily to the corner here. We'll get a whistle, stoppage of play, and a roughing penalty. And that will go to Hallie Hollenbach. Hollenbach on the season. Had just 2 penalty minutes. I mentioned she has 5 points coming into this game. 2 goals. My Oler King penalty kill unit still has to work about another minute and 40 on this kill. 8.5 left in this third period. Wisconsin just inside the blue line. That's McKenzie. A wrister trying to go low side between the pad and the post. Follow-up shot. Another save made. Crashing that net was Lammy trying to get the rebound before James had a chance to try to get herself back composed. Good quick rebound save again. Whistler off the mark. Unable to hold the zone near the end of the penalty kill, but here comes Minnesota. Here's a shorty chance. Shot. A save is made. Trying to tuck it and trying to go 5-0 and robbed that time. Kate Hill with the good burst play, and on that far wing was Laramie Prell, who kept it alive. Set up that scoring opportunity for Kate Hill. Could not convert, but good pressure on the penalty kill. They win the face-off and get another hard shot. 57 seconds left on this power play. For Wisconsin, they have a 3-1 lead. A face-off again hits traffic after that shot attempt by Moore. Pushing in, back and driving it. A look up ice now, Wisconsin. With that 2-goal lead and a chance to extend the lead here on the power play, cutting in front, slicing and dicing. Right in front that time was Buckley, turned away. Nicole James, outstanding between the pipes here tonight. Working the side, loose puck that's deflected. Good job to get the stick or the skate on it. Either way, but back comes Kate Hill on the penalty kill, and a shorty. She lofts this fluttering puck over the top, looking for a shorty. She'll come off the ice. Penalty kill successful. So now 2 of 4 on the evening, Wisconsin, on that power play. Poke checked away. You can feel the buzz is coming right now. Hollenbeck circling back. Rushing in that time is Ross. Trying to put that pressure. Hollenbach was there. We're going to get a hooking penalty on Wisconsin. Minnesota will get another look with the skater advantage here. 6:43 to play. 6:43 remaining here in the third period. And the Gophers get another chance on the power play. Whistled for that penalty is going to be Caitlin Bush on the hook. Golden opportunity here for the Golden Gophers to try to cut that deficit in half. Control more. One-timer, trying to grab back door. You could see crashing was Rolfe from the backside. After that shot, it rings along the board, forcing Moore to retreat behind her net. Sending back in Wisconsin, very aggressive on that penalty kill, but right now the Gophers have a chance as a puck rolls off the stick that time of Ross as she was about ready to put a shot on. Crossing center ice, a hard blast off the glass. Pinched in, backhand, holds the zone. A shorty here, blast deflected. Oh my, change of pace as it hit her teammate's stick. And then it looked like it was an off-speed pitch in baseball, with the initial big blast coming from Ari Evans initially. And getting the stick on it to slow it down was Sierra Moore, but making that save nonetheless on that off-speed, and a shorthanded chance there for Wisconsin. Again, the save made by Nicole James. Nicole James. 5.5 to play in this third period. 55 seconds left on the power play for Minnesota. Pass there, disrupted at the blue line. Picking it up, taking time off now. Skating in and getting a quality shot. A wrister just above the dot, just off the mark. Race to the puck now as Ross will try to get there, at least tangle up Buckley enough. She's had control of that puck. A good portion of the penalty kill for Wisconsin. Good job to keep the zone. Racing in that time was Moore. Moore skates in, has a look, sets up her teammate just a bit behind. Good idea, back at full strength is Wisconsin. And Moore did a really nice job. Was going to take the shot, but her teammate on the other side was wide open, but passed just a bit behind. Wisconsin now trying to counter. A 2-goal deficit for Minnesota with 4:20 left in this third period. Off the pass, moving it down low. Chance for Minnesota, unable to hold the zone. Back to retrieve the puck now, Mackenzie Scanlon. Hard off the stick that time of Hollenbeck, and it goes right to Wisconsin. They carry in. Minnesota tries to guide that puck up. A little exchange there that draws a whistle and the offside. 3:49. And a timeout going to be taken here by the Gophers. And head coach Doug Melnick. Melnick takes the timeout. Tries to get some of those legs back in his first couple of lines. And see if they can create some spacing and a quality set and some looks. I mentioned it was a good interview, John, here by Leasing, who last year she was. Gophers picked up 2 wins to start the season. 2 wins over Davenport University, 4-0 and 5-1. Then they dropped 2 to Lake Superior State last weekend. Next up, they'll be traveling to Nebraska. Will they pull their goalie and keep her on the bench this early? By the way, the Gophers travel to Nebraska. They're going to play Midland University next weekend. A little note to self. So James is back out there, Nicole James. Wisconsin has eclipsed 35 shots on goal. In fact, at least 36 shots on goal right now. Breakaway on the turnover, pickpocketed. Good quick stick that time. Moving it up top again, a good look. Wisconsin will skate in again with the puck. 3 and change left. They move in. A wrister coming in. A little toe drag, trying to collect the puck before she unleashed that wrister. It's Wisconsin. Pass goes right to the stick of Prell. Prell gains the line, dump and chase. Prell will get to the corner first, trying to get possession. Coming over to help out defensively and work it up. Wisconsin is obstructing. Empty goal right now. Extra attacker on. Nicole James has been pulled. And again, that extra attacker is on. We'll get a whistle for the ice, and that'll come all the way back into the Wisconsin end of the ice. 2:41 remains. Getting that traffic out there, you want the right person taking this face-off. You must win this face-off. Hallie Hollenbeck will take the draw for Minnesota. Looks like it's Sophie Wild for Wisconsin. 2:41 left, third period. To the corner. It drifts. Wild gets back over there to the corner to try to send it out of the zone. Gophers still control with it. Shot there, save made. Good individual effort there by the Gophers. Peeled it off. Now they try to lift it, and they pitchfork this thing just beyond the blue line near center ice. Does Wisconsin to clear the zone, at least momentarily. Wisconsin again trying to hold the zone. Good pressure on that far side here to hold the zone again. Another wave. Gets it down low. Extra attacker on. Sends it in. Puts it on goal. Save is made. Now the backhand to try to clear. They do. Does Wisconsin through neutral ice. Again, the empty net in play for Minnesota. Extra attacker is on. Tia sends it down. 1:45 left here in this third period. Wisconsin, the 2-goal lead. Minnesota has possession. Moves it ahead from the side. Almost a look that time for Jarman. Jarman passed it ahead to the corner. There's Ross working it. The puck deflects out front. There's it is. One shot, two shots, a third. No, turned away. Holding at the far point. Now gearing up. Olerking sends it to the near side. Moore sends it down low. One-timer, side, save, trying to make it between and get it between the pad and the post on the one-timer. Denied, and a save made by Zoe Cole once again. A beautiful pass down low, though, from Sierra Moore to set up a one-timer by Ross. 1:21 to left. This has been a thriller on a Friday night here on the campus of the University of Minnesota, Mariucci Arena. Down by 2 goals, still in play. Goaltender has been pulled. That's Nicole James. Extra attacker on in the slot. 2 players got there in a little miscommunication. Wisconsin now will carry out. They get it and just missed the shot, and that will bring an ice. They took the shot about a half a stride behind center ice. Trying to get that open net goal. So, 56 seconds. A couple of the Gophers converged on that loose puck. And they got between both of them. Hollenbach taking this draw. Gophers win. Good job to hold the zone. Then it's deflected. Still trying to hold. It's stick just outside the blue line. The Gophers bring it in deep. Here's Prell. Prell behind the net. Sends it in front. Has the chance. Jammed up. Kind of locked up. Couldn't get the shot away that time was Hollenbach. Race to the puck ensued here. Half wall. Wisconsin continues to try to work it out. Now it's center ice. Minnesota converges on that puck. 23 seconds left. Wisconsin out to center ice. An open net. Good job to prevent an open net goal on that opportunity there. Defensively by Moore. Skating in, holding the zone. Flying in. This shot. Beautiful setup with the tip in front. Just missed the mark. 3 seconds left. Wisconsin takes it to the corner, and they will take home a 3-1 win tonight here at Mariucci Arena. Stay with us. We're going to have a chance to speak with the Gophers head coach, Doug Melnick, here in just a moment. A 3-1 loss for Minnesota to Wisconsin. Outstanding performance by both of these goalies. And congratulations to Wisconsin, who takes home a win on their first game of the season. The Gophers fall to 2-3. Stick with us. I'll be right down at center ice for this interview. Hey, we get a post-game moment with head coach for the Minnesota Gophers, Doug Melnick. And Doug, well-played game for both teams. A lot of shots on goal. You got some solid goaltending tonight.
Yeah, both teams played really well. I think, the intensity was there and the execution and, a couple power play goals, certainly, doesn't help get you, in the spot that you want to be. But, our team never gave up. But we know that, Wisconsin, they're also not going to give up. And so, we got to, continue to clean things up a little bit and come back out on Sunday for round 2, see how we do.
Yeah, you get a rematch right away. That's the great thing about this match and then the setup. But, you saw a lot from your team as well, 2-2 coming into today. But what else did you see about your team that you liked tonight?
Well, it's a matter of, we have a lot of young players, right? So it's just adapting to the speed of the game, and the intensity and being able to execute when you don't have much time or space. And we're sort of ramping up very quickly. And so there's a little bit of a curve to that, but, we're coming along where our hard work, our ethic is there. And there's just a degree of, like, if we could sort of learn to get that puck in the net and get a little bit more finish. We had plenty of opportunities. Would have if one of those two or two go in the net, then it makes a different outcome for how things sort of look towards that third period. What we're trying to do is just trying to create pressure in the offensive zone, like 2 men hard on the puck at all times, and really be able to just sort of have where the focus needs to be on our changing and quick intensity on that, and then just to be able to find some shots on net, not getting too fancy shots on net, rebounds, create a little bit of chaos down low, and hopefully you sneak one in and. And hopefully we weren't lucky enough today, but we definitely had the chances. So I was pleased with that.
Coach Melnick, congrats! You got a great season still ahead of you, and good luck at the rematch on Sunday.
Thank you.
Joe Rulin along, hey, with a great broadcast here today. A 3-1 win for the Wisconsin Badgers over the Golden Gophers. Thanks for joining us. Joe Rulin along with John Halverson. Have yourself a major league evening at a minor league price.